Mr. Bristow and the team, as you know, Barrick Gold is the #1 gold company on the face of planet Earth. It's not easy dealing with a world super major in as far as that sector and industry is concerned, but by the grace of every Papua New Guineans who've given us support in the last 1 year, we were able to work and secure what we could basically secure for our country, whilst at the same time allowing our investor to be able to operate in a profitable manner. As I said, from a headline perspective, when you look at the equity structure, we will see that 51%, they see that 49%, but of the 51%, Barrick and BNL will carry a cost of almost 65% in refinancing the opening of the mine, and we're 64%, and we are contributing at 36% to restart of the mine going forward. Yeah. And there are additional gains we've gained. So we speak in the context of their contribution to us. Whilst we hold greater equity, they're contributing more to restart the mine and continue operating the mine going forward, and we sit to benefit from this. Benefit as a upward, a progressive benefit. Gold mine is not like oil and gas where you spend capex up front and then you put your pipe down and harvest. A gold mine is capital intensive every time going forward. And in that context, we've structured a deal where the next phase of the agreement, where between discussions with the landowners and provincial government, the national government will take place. We will consider all views that is put forward, and we will still work with our development partner going in to ensure we also harvest from a maximum we can in as far as the operational side of things is concerned in the new program going forward. We've clearly demarcated for those who have concern on environmental issues and outstanding legacy issues, all matters belonging to old Porgera remains in the old Porgera basket, including environment, including resettlement and others. But in the new program, with the new Barrick and the new program going forward, we've also captured where we will give our fullest support to address these issues, so together we could satisfy those issues that has been outstanding for many, many years since the first dig or dark took place in the Porgera Mountains. So to the people of Papua New Guinea, under hard times, this deal has been stitched. There's a lot of more work to be done. We hopefully, from today's signing, as a 7 months window, we'll work in progress together side by side, and hopefully within this year, we see the first smoke burnt up again. To our landowners up there in the mountains, and to rest of Enga, within the next month or so, we will come up to Wabek or to Porgera. We'll have a development forum to be staged up there, and your issues and our issues from the 51% basket can be discussed then. All in all, project economics, we are getting at 53%. They're getting at 47% from the life of the project. But the first 5 years, benefits skews towards us. We're collecting at 65%. They're collecting at 35%. So that's the way the deal has been structured. We will get the framework agreement. It will be out for public consumption. You will all make judgment as to what we've secured for the country in this. But I am totally satisfied in the circumstances that we are faced with. We pushed and pushed to what we can collect, and Barrick has given us the respect they could give us in the context of what was signed today. Today is a date where our Grand Chief, the late Sir Michael Thomas Marape, was born. 9th of April 1936 he was born. Today is his birthday. What a way to mark his birthday on the date that he was born. We are signing a milestone agreement that transcends the 1992 Mining Act that this agreement is secured under. Nothing is impossible. You can negotiate better deals even without law. You can negotiate better deals. Today's new Porgera is a testament of securing better deals even without law, securing better deals by discussing with our partners in a respectful manner, and I thank Barrick again for responding to our national interests in as far as this new Porgera is concerned. But this deal is structured. We will have an incorporated joint venture. We sit together on the table, and the board is structured in a way where we will have an alternative chairmanship every year. It rotates. Our PNG party will be given the first honor of becoming will chair the first board, and in between now and then, the board will approve basically the mine operation plan going forward. So the board sits on our side 4, on their side 4, And the first chairmanship will be chaired by on the side of Kumul and the PNG parties. And every year going forward, the mine doesn't operate on its own. The Barrick, of course, will be the operator. They will collect 1% operatorship fee going forward, but the operation plan is guided at the board level. Any expenditures above 5% will come back to the board to decide going forward. So there's enough control mechanism in place, and of course, the board will have oversight on the management of the operating company going forward. So whatever the operation cost is, the board approves, and in this instance, as we progress to the next stage of getting the mine open, those clarity will come out. We are cognizant of the fact that we need to be cost conscious, but as I said, mining business is capital intensive, and what we are fortunate, the 36% we're supposed to pay, something of the agreement that I didn't spell out earlier. Instead of us going to the bank borrowing at 6%, 7%, Barrick will advancing this 36% side that we're supposed to pay at 0% interest, and they'll be carrying the cost into the mine. So almost basically Kumul and PNG side contributes nothing into restarting up of the mine. I think Barrick has been in touch with them. When the mine shut down, there was Barrick handled the shutdown in a manner that they were obligated to do under the last MDC, and they've been in touch with them, so most of them will be refunneled back into the new program. License, they contested our SML. We said our SML was sound and proper, and so I'm thankful that we have approach to it. SM11 is the vehicle, but there'll be a stress test to SM11. That's what they want to do at the board level. They want a stress test to SM11. They will allow for a stress test to SM11, but that's the way we're going forward. So we're fortunate that Barrick has given respect to us, but we allow for stress testing on the soundness of SM11. We haven't fully defined, but SM11 is identified as the vehicle we would use, but they will do a stress test. We will collectively, together, both do a stress test on the soundness of it, and if SM11 is sound, then we will go with it. If SM11 is not sound, by a competent stress test that both parties will agree upon, then we will address that as in due process.
The most important thing is to get an SML. We're all aligned. There's no conflict. We just want an SML that works, and we've committed to the Prime Minister that we will start with the SML 11 and work hard to see if we can make it work under the law. You can see it's a very big job. We're going to start straight away. We've already started because, you know, the rainy season, there's a lot of risk in the mine. And so we have some implementation agreement negotiations to settle. To close all, that's the framework agreement sets out the path to starting. And once we've settled that, we've assured the Prime Minister that we'll have the mine up and running to a certain level within 7 months. And of course, the sooner we get the administration sorted out and the legal documents and the SML secured, then we can really start mining. But we have already started recapturing the main pit and the underground, because the rainy season has really been a big rainy season this year. So, you know, as you can imagine, for BNL, Barrick New Guinea, time is money, and we're off funding all the restart. So it's in our interest to work hard to get the mine to where it's producing revenue again. So there's a very big motivation to get things back to, in fact, not back to where they were, better. That's our objective.
But let me conclude by thanking all helping hands who worked to make sure this moment was possible. As I said earlier, I thank the Governor General's office and the State House. I thank our landowners in Porgera who've been very, very patient, and the many contractors. I know, you know, we all have conflicting views, but as your government, I tried my absolute best to rally all interests together into one path, and this framework agreement sets a path for us to go forward. I thank greater people of Papua New Guinea for your patience in this, and I also thank especially the team from Barrick and the team from outside. I pay respect to Ambassador Lupari, who started that in the earlier process, but come today, Secretary Vele, as well as our state solicitor, our local team mining secretary, the mining department, MRA, Kumul Minerals chairlady and the acting MD and the entire Kumul Minerals team for placing national interest above sectoral interests. And I also give thanks to Mr. Wu and all the team at on the Barrick side for making it happen, and of course Mr. Bristow. As I did tell you already, I told you already, my interest is to get more for PNG, and hopefully we secure a program that is better for every one of us to operate going into the future. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you.